speech pays tribute to the ways that Early Bird has prepared him to make a greater impact with others in the Toastmasters world. Please welcome Andre Ritter.
Ron, you said that just the way I paid you to say that. Obviously, practicing. Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be delivering what is going to be my last official speech at Early Birds, because you guys have prepared me. In the Bible, they did not say, "Stay ye," after Jesus prepared them. They said, "Go ye." And so what you guys have done is you've actually inspired me to go out and become a part of some other clubs that may be struggling a little bit and bring them up, hopefully, to an Early Bird. And so let me say that thank you to you all, first of all. But let's go back and look through the journey just a little bit. I remember in about September of 2015, a site director, Amit would know her, Kim Prang, asked me to be an experiment with Toastmasters and to go and check it out and just kind of see is that something that can be of help to some of the different people within the organization. And so the journey began. I went and visited this one club, and they were just so structured and just everything that I'm not, and I'm just thinking, this is probably not going to work. And so I began to look in the directory, and ultimately I found the Early Bird Club, Early Bird Toastmasters Club. And how many of you all have walked into like a church, or you've been looking for like a home, and when you walk into that place, you say, "This is it." That was my experience here at Early Bird. It was such a family, it was such a diverse group of people, and you could just feel the camaraderie and the support and the love. And so my journey began here at Early Bird, and I can remember my first icebreaker. I had the right deodorant on so you guys couldn't see all the sweat, and my knees were pointed the right way so you couldn't really see them shaking, but I got up and just belted out the song, "I Was Born by the River," and the journey began. And one of the things that I can say is that I had no idea that I would be in the place where I am now in Toastmasters as a division director. I came just to learn and to serve and to give, and ultimately, Early Bird, what I'm saying to you is this club has just more than amazed me, not only at the quantity of people that we've attracted, but the quality. I leave Early Bird, not that I won't be back visiting, knowing that you're establishing some things in people that's making a huge difference in their personal lives, in their professional lives, and just on a whole lot of different levels. And so I applaud you for that, but my personal journey is that I came and I was so fascinated with people like Jeff Wiggle. I'm like, does this guy ever say an or is this guy, should I pinch him to make sure he's like a real person? And, just the depth of insight from people like Chad. And, as I go around the room and I talk about go with the rock, I can go because all of you all have been a part of that rock and that solid foundation for me that I believe is going to go out and allow me to give a little bit of a piece of each one of you that's deposited in my Early Bird Toastmaster journey here. I just look at Eric and I'm just in awe. I was talking to Mike about how much he's grown, and I think about the transparency and the vulnerability of an Adam and an Amy, and all of that's going. I think about the humor of my favorite stand-up comedian, Ryan, that he's waving because I tell him that all the time. I think about Dave McCoy, and I pray, and God, please don't let Dave evaluate me. No, I'm kidding. Dave is a truth teller, and that is probably the most critical component you can have in your life, is someone who loves you enough and is courageous enough to tell you how it really is. I love that about him. I've loved hearing about Amy and, her child and just her humor. And Ron is just so charismatic. I can't even stand being around him. And Brian, I love Brian, Amit, and how they can take an inanimated object and turn it into a love affair. And, Cece, with just her her humor and just all that she brings to the table. And, I had a chance to serve as an officer, and I'm going to really say that I believe that God allowed us to do some phenomenal things as officers, because again, not only did we bring the quantity, but we brought some very quality people in the place. And so I don't know that I've ever served with anyone who is as innovative and creative and driven as Lawrence Andre. I tell you, I just couldn't keep up with the man. You have a gem right here, so you better treat him like a gem and not a piece of fine jewelry, okay? So Lawrence, hats off to you. I mean, Lawrence and I have bumped heads, but isn't that what brothers do? But at the end of the day, they come back as family and they look at the greater and the bigger picture. Jeff, I tell you, in the hood, I would say, I'm just sick of Jeff, because Jeff he excels in everything. I mean, there is a level of excellence that he operates at, and just about time you think he can't get any better, he comes back with a story about Sam and all, and he's just, so all of these things are part of the rock that I get a chance to carry with me as I go to a smaller club that's really struggling. And if you think you're going to get off and you're not going to be hearing from me, you can forget it. And so, I will be calling on you all for help and assistance and things like that. I've had a chance to introduce, I was just counting it up, about 7 to 10 people to Toastmaster from work. Some have gone to other clubs, and, but when something is really good to you, if you eat a good burger joint, it doesn't take a whole lot, Amy, for you to get on the phone. Girl, I ate at this place. You got to go. If Toastmaster is the therapy to us that we say it is, and that's what I remember Sam saying, is that it's like a therapy that you go to. You can come in and you can give some of what's going on in your life, and you can take some advice from others that have things going on in their life. Even recently, because I was really struggling with the going, because I think I had began to get a little bit of this right here, apathetic. And for the officers that served a couple of years, you may want to give me an amen, but I don't know about you, but I was ready to sit my hind part down somewhere and just enjoy being a member. But when I became the area director, it wasn't because I had the desire to or I was jockeying to. I was just like David in the Bible. I was out serving the sheep and picking up dung, and I just happened to be the one that was in the right place at the right time, and they asked me to do that. I love serving people, so it was a very natural thing for me. Same thing happened with the division. For me, it's just an opportunity for me to serve more people and tell them about that good hamburger that I found at the hamburger joint, which is Toastmaster. There are some people that are not here that I really wanted to pay tribute to also. There are some pillars in this club, Early Bird, and don't you ever forget it. And those are the people like this gentleman holding up the signs, George Long. That man is a man to be honored. He's a servant leader, Chet. I hear the name Jack at the district level, and this man has done things that you can't imagine as a person over the district. I think about Bill Moran, who always makes sure we're on point with the next group of leadership. And so I'm saying, Early Bird, not only do we have the pillars, but we got some really sharp new people coming in here. And I'm saying to you, let the legacy live. The structure is great, but the Bible says that they were drawn by the love and the kindness. And so every person that comes in here, we have an opportunity to make a difference. And I've got to leave you with this. I want to say God bless you, Early Bird. Thank you for all the things that you poured into my rock. But I leave with the question for you. And it goes like this. How do I say goodbye to what we had? All the good times that made us glad are in the past. as I thought I'd be here forever, but forever has gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, and I'll take with me the memories. You'll be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Thank you, Early Bird. Thank you.